All right, so let's take a look at some of the other features within InDesign. In particular, let's take a look at placing images inside of InDesign. And we can also take a look at working with blocks of color as we design. Okay, so maybe we want to start with our rectangle tool and we want to, create a shape of color as the background for a header. So we can work in a very similar kind of way. We can come on in and choose and add a different fill to our color. So I can come up and access this up in here. I'm just going to click on that and there we have it. Now I've just come in and I've chosen a different color. I could double click it in here and start to work with it a little bit differently. Open up my swatches and see what I have. Okay. Show gradient swatches. All right, so I'll leave it with that. Just put that color in there. We could also add a stroke if we choose to. We can see we also have a stroke window with a lot of different information, and we have our color window as well. So moving right along, now maybe I want to, on top of this, I want to add my type. So if I wanted to do that, what I could do actually is come on in, I'd grab my type tool and create the box for the type, and I could come on in and this is my header. Again, I can come in here and start to stylize this, change the size of the font right here. All right, so I want to take a look at inserting, whoops, sorry about that. I want to take a look at inserting images too. So here we can see we have our header. Now what's great is we can start moving these independently, which is always a nice thing. We have these different objects here, and there we have it. So we have our text here, a shape, color in the background. We're just keeping this real simple. Now another thing too is we can start pulling out guides. So if I wanted to say, hey, I want this image to line up right in here, I could do that as well. And guides are always a nice thing to kind of line things up. If I wanted to place an image, what would I do? I could use my rectangular frame tool and I could click here and I could make it come in a circle, in a polygon, but I can click and I could draw my shape that I want it to be, and I can see I get a measurement in here. And then I could place my image and I can come on in, File, Place, and I'm going to find an image right here. I have this image. I'm going to go for a little bit of a smaller version of it. Open, and there it is. It's placed directly in. Now, I want to actually work with the fitting of this, and there's a couple ways that I can access the fitting. I come to Object, Fitting, and I can do a couple things. I can say fill frame proportionally, and there we have it. We've filled it proportionally. I'm going to also right click, control click if you're on a Mac, and we get fitting, and we can experiment with some of these as well. So we could say, fill frame to content, okay, and that makes it, and you can really experiment with these. I think that they kind of probably make sense. Then we can start moving things around. All right, now another thing that we can take a look at very quickly is when we come on in, let's say we had a whole bunch of text, we could create a text box. Then we could, place in quite a lot of text. So, and again, you can come in, get it from a Word document. There's a lot of different ways that you can access the text. So what we've just gone over very quickly in this video was placing images, placing text. Now I could just come in and, just start typing. This is a text box. You can copy and paste text directly from Word. And, you can fill this box with your text. In some later videos, I will go over doing that. But this gives you just a real basic idea. And really, the main things that you will be laying out will be text and graphics, text and images. And InDesign does a really great job of allowing us to do just that. Thanks so much.